Here with my, I don't know, co-gamer on the channel, Ethan. Say hello, Ethan.
So guys.
And I'm here with the good old badass technician, James, who keeps our channel running. Say hello, James.
Hello guys.
Today we're going to be talking about the Grand Theft Auto 5 new content for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and next-gen consoles, and also PC. We've got some things here that are going to be added to the game and make it different from the Xbox 360 and PS3 consoles. Today we're going to tell you about them. So Ethan's going to tell you the first thing that's going to be added to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, well, we've got quite a few things to talk about, especially like things that are obviously going to make the game a lot better, not just changes. But first of all, we've got the fact that on the DualShock 4 controller, when you're getting chased by the cops and you got the cops on you,
Police.
the purple. You're going to get on the. Sorry, I kept talking about black man. You're going to get on the LED light. It's going to be flashing bright blue and bright red. Because at the moment, sometimes you can't even tell when you're getting chased by cops because there's just like a little star in the corner that you aren't focusing on. There's also an online feature as well. So when you're online talking to your friends through the mic and you're just totally oblivious to what's going on around you, you don't want to die. So, and especially if you're in a dark room, then you can easily see the light. Yeah, what do you think about that, Sam? Do you think it's a good thing?
I think this is a great thing to add to the game due to the fact that it's going to bring a bit more it brings the game out of the console and adds it to sort of real life perspective on it. And makes you more like, I don't know how to explain it, sort of in the game, if you know what I mean. It makes you feel a bit more in the game, a bit more lifelike, and makes you get more into it and more absorbed in the gameplay. And you know, when that light's flashing, you feel like the cops are outside or like in your bedroom trying to arrest you and put you in prison for life. You know.
Gonna break both your legs and
break both your legs and your arms and you're beating through the straw for this. Like no, but no, I think this is. Oh, I was very short. This is one of the good things. You know, to be honest, you can't really make the game bad.
Yeah.
But I think it'd take a lot to make the game worse than it already was. Because not saying that it was bad, but just saying that it was so good that like a lot of things are gonna be overlooked, such as this may be one of the features that will be overlooked. James, what do you think?
I'm thinking that I totally agree with what you're saying about it'll get you absorbed in the game, and if you're in a dark room, it will make it seem like the police are after you, and it'll really like draw you in. But people have been complaining about the fact that the LED flashes off the TV and then causes the gamer to be cut off and stuff like that. So maybe if they could turn it down a little bit, like turn down
just keep it sort of to a minimum.
Or maybe if they could control the light on it, it would make it so it wouldn't flash off the TV. Because it's different for each person from how far away from the TV is, that obviously.
And how big the TV is as well. Because if you have a massive TV, the chances of it being flashing off it are higher, obviously.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you have a glass screen TV, because some are glass, some are plastic, it's gonna flash more on glass, isn't it? So
yeah, definitely.
It's different for every person, depending on what TV you've got and how far away you're sat. So the sizes.
Valid point.
Alright, Sam's got the next thing to talk about here.
The next thing is obviously the big one that everyone's been talking about is the first person in Grand Theft Auto 5. I think this is going to be such a good thing to add to the game. This is going to make the game feel like a new game, and I think that's what they need to do with it, due to the fact that a lot of people have played it on Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s. They need to make the game feel more like a new game. Yeah. Because rather than being the same game as already played, because they need to entice people to buy it, and they need features like this to just make the game feel new and make the game feel more, more refurbished, if that's what you can call it.
Definitely.
What about you,
well,
Ethan?
I think another amazing aspect to this is that it's going to appeal to a lot more gamers than just GTA would, because it's not just the fact that you're getting chased by cops, you're killing cops, you're doing all this crazy stuff to other people, especially online. But it's especially it's going to appeal to Battlefield, Call of Duty, serial killers a lot more, because it's going to feel like they're actually killing people. So I think it's saving lives as well. Yeah. What do you think about that, James?
I personally think it's like included with the fact with the light too. It's going to draw people into the game more too, isn't it? And with your preference, whether you like it third person, first person, it's going to make you like the game a lot more. And like Sam said, it's going to make it feel like a new game, because people had it for about a month and some people just got bored of it. And with the fact that it's going to be like a new game, it's going to be like feel brand new, it's gonna bring new aspects and obviously appeal to thousands more people.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I've got the next thing to tell you guys. Well, as most of you probably will know this because this has been out quite a lot all over Facebook, Twitter, all this kind of stuff. The graphics for the next gens are 1080p compatible, especially they're going to look exceptionally good.
If you guys don't know what that means it's going to be in mass HD. This is going to be the clearest picture you can get in a game.
Yeah, the clearest picture so far that any game's actually had on PlayStation or Xbox. Plus it's going to be running at 30 frames per second, which means it's going to be smooth. It's going to be no like weird lines in the corner that you're just like, what the fuck is that weird line doing over there? Like glitching and stuff like that. It's going to be so much less.
Loading time's going to be slower, longer. Wait, no, that's awful. Loading time's going to be shorter, is what I meant to say.
Yes.
How is it going to be shorter? Shouldn't it be longer if it's higher graphics?
No. It's running at so many frames per second. It loads quicker than it should be.
Plus, they've sorted out a lot. They've took out things that are in the background, like off the map. Like they put certain things in just in case they was going to add DLCs. And in some of the Easter eggs you can see this, but basically they've took it out because they've just realised that it was a shit idea in the first place. And this has just made their game so much quicker to load because they've got less landscape to load and less just things altogether, to be fair. Especially because it takes about 10 years to load as it is. Especially online, you sat there waiting for about 10 minutes. Because who wants to be waiting sat there for that long, seriously? When you just want to be playing the game, you want to be kicking some ass, you want to be killing some cops and killing some black people, which is probably what I do, because I'm totally not racist. I'm actually not, so seriously.
Don't upload a video and get arrested, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Sam's got the next thing to talk to you guys about, next fact.
Los Santos has now been filled with new animals and a lot of new, wildlife for the game to feel more like a realistic world. It's going to add cats and deer and foxes, I think, and I've seen a coyote or two, I think this is going to obviously make the game feel more like a realistic presence, really, and feel like it's more of an open world and more of a flowing world.
Yeah, more like, because you feel a bit restricted sometimes in GTA.
Yeah, you feel like there's, not much, you feel like this world itself's full of people, but let's be honest, in the real world there's not just people, there is animals as well.
There is different things.
Just to say, guys, don't go around killing cats, it's not nice, it's not healthy.
They're not bulletproof, they're not just going to bounce off them, they are cats. And I'm pretty sure that they've added I think it was about 12 different sounds for when you kill a cat, so they're not all going to be like, wow! Some of them are going to be screeching, some are going to be just purely
awful cat
some of them are going to be crying, because, do you know why? Because you're shooting. That's horrible. Let's leave that to a minimum.
Yeah.
What do you think about that,
James?
Well, obviously, I'm not too up to date with this fact, to be honest. So I'll just say that. But do you actually get things as pets, or?
I don't think you do get things as pets.
It's just to add to the environment and feel like more flowing.
In all fairness, though, they haven't showed us all of the things yet. There's a lot of things that we don't know about. So for all you know, you could be going home to your pet cat. You can kill him, bite a new one, whatever you want to do. Anyway, carry on, Jim. Sorry.
It's alright. It would be good if you can have a pet. Like, for instance, if you can get pets like dogs that can fight for you, and example like Chop, you can customise it in game a lot more, and actually be able to change his features, because he wasn't very versatile, was he?
No,
you could change the colour and that was about it.
You had to get the app for that as well. You had to get the app on the iPhone or the iPad. Anyway, yeah. Next fact, guys. We've got the obvious fact that there's I think it was over 200 different types of game chatter in game. So when you walk past people and then they say something, you walk down the street and the person says exactly the same thing, and you're just like, yeah, that's realistic. That's not going to happen anymore. I think there's another 50 different types of people as well.
Then when you're just walking down the street and someone just shouted a dickhead real loud, just calls you a dickhead for no reason. There's a lot more happening, but with lots of different words.
Yeah, the AI is a lot more
smart.
Yeah, it's a lot smarter, it's a lot more intelligent. It's not just walk past someone running past them, they're obviously going to get a bit weirded out that you're just sprinting down the street with a gun in your hand. They're not just going to be like, oh yeah, that's totally fine, that's totally cool, that can go down.
I think the AI as well is supposed to be flowing a lot more. People do more realistic stuff like get in the cars and drive away, go swimming, go hiking.
Yeah.
A lot of other stuff like that to keep them, you know, entertained, to keep it looking like it's not just, you know, they're playing the game as well and they're like a real life human instead of just a robot.
Yeah. Plus, there's a lot of radio songs. I think it was over 100 new songs, which is going to be good, considering some of the songs on that are absolute crap. But I really hope they don't get rid of some of the old songs, because they have good memories.
If you like sitting in your car and just blasting out some tunes and singing with your top off, the game for you.
Yeah, definitely. Sam, next fact going on?
I think, unfortunately guys, we've got some bad news. The heists don't seem to be added yet. They don't look like they've been put into the game. They don't,
obviously
a lot of
on story mode, but
yeah,
not
obviously
online.
On story mode, but online, the online heists still have not been added. And that's what a lot of people are looking forward to and waiting for in the Xbox 360 and PS3 games, which I've seen a lot of people looking for that. But unfortunately, the heists don't look like they've been added yet, and might not be added for a while yet. So. Yeah, that's the only thing that if he was looking for this video, waiting to see if there was some heists. Unfortunately, guys, there's not yet.
Well, yeah, another like pretty cool thing that's been added to the game is the fact that pressing the touchscreen pad on the DualShock 4 controller is gonna change from first person to third person, which is a lot easier than I expected it to be. To be honest, I thought it was gonna be like a weird combination of buttons, like you're gonna press settings or something. But no, you can just switch in game, do whatever you want. You can also change it specific things, like so when you aim in, it goes first person instead of just being in third person all the time. Because maybe you won't like walking around in first person, but you just want to be shooting in it. That I think that's a really cool aspect. Plus, there's a little bit of options where you can change radio stations and guns just by swiping the touchpad. I think the touchpad is such a brilliant aspect to PS4, especially when it comes to GTA. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to fit all the facts in today, guys.
Yeah, as we said, there's a lot of facts still. There's another factor that they've been added, real small things, just small things like being able to see bullet holes in your own person. Just adds, you know, I think that's to do with the first person. If you look down and see like a bullet hole in your leg,
yeah,
I think that's just small things like that, just to make the graphics and the game feel more realistic.
It's just about drawing the gamer in, and
I mean, that's what people say, they want games to be more realistic. Well, if you want a more realistic game, then I think this is going to be the game for you, because there's been a lot of time and money put into this game to make it as realistic as possible for you guys to play and for you guys to enjoy. I mean, I would advise getting the new one if you haven't already played it on Xbox 360 and PS3, just because of how good the game is. And if you haven't played it on them consoles already, this one's only going to be better.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when we've got this. We haven't just listed all our facts. We've got at least another 20 for you guys. I think we're probably going to do another episode on this, because there is so much there's so many things. But plus, I'm getting this game in 3 days, and I'm going to be uploading a video literally as soon as I get it. It's going to be probably really cool.
We'll probably get a lot of videos up for that as soon as possible, guys, to let you know the new stuff and show you all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, and you're going to see me freaking out, because I'm going to be absolutely going mental, because I absolutely love the game. And on PS4, I'm just going to be sat there looking at the sky, looking at the clouds, because I know that graphics are going to be insane.
Well, anyway, guys, it looks like that's going to have to wrap up the video. We haven't got much time left, so please like, subscribe, and comment on what you think, how you think GTA should be improved, or what you think about the improvements that are supposed to be into the game, and if you're going to be getting it.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. See you later.
See you later.
Goodbye.